In the headlines, police in Zamfara rescue 15 abducted victims, go after bandits. 14 bodies recovered from Kebbi boat mishap as rescue operation continues. Appeal court upholds PDP primary election in Zamfara, sets aside lower court's judgment. And on the foreign scene, Chad says it foiled military attempt to destabilize the country. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I'm Darshan Hussaina Usman. We begin with security, where the police in Zamfara State have rescued 15 kidnapped victims from the hands of suspected terrorists in the state. The command's public relations officer, Muhammad Shehu, who briefed journalists on the operation, said the rescued victims were abducted by suspected terrorists along Yankara-Gusau Road into the forest. The report.
The 15 abducted victims comprised 7 women, 6 men and 2 children. The public relations officer of Zamfara State Police Command, Muhammad Shehu, told journalists that on the 1st of January 2023, the police received a report of abduction of some commuters along Tsafe-Gusau Road. Following the incident, the State Police Command deployed additional police tactical operatives to the location to conduct search and rescue operation, which resulted in the rescue of 15 commuters. The police said the victims had, during the briefing, told them that suspected terrorists blocked the road along Yankara-Tsafe-Gusau Road by Magazu village before abducting them.
Now, police CP Yusuf mobilized police tactical operatives and deployed them along the road to complement the ongoing search and rescue operations embarked upon by the joint police, military and vigilante. Following an extensive search and rescue operation, the Kaskram bandits abandoned the kidnapped victims and fled further into the forest. It was their own safety. And luckily enough, the police operatives, the joint police operatives on search and rescue operations successfully rescued the 15 kidnapped victims, well and hearty, and brought them here at the police command headquarters. So, to use this opportunity to appeal to members of the public to continue to support the police, continue to collaborate with the police by giving the police credible and timely information on activities of this criminal, so that the police can plan very well and on time to ensure that we rid Zamfara of all acts of criminal activity.
Shehu said the victims were medically checked at the police clinic, debriefed the police detectives and thereafter reunited with their families. The Commissioner of Police, Kolo Yusuf, congratulated the rescued victims for regaining freedom. He assured of continuous commitment to sustain the ongoing search operation to rescue the remaining abducted victims who are still in captivity.
The Gombe State Commander of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps says it arrested about 50 kidnappers in 2022. The NSCDC Commandant Waziri Babagwani stated this on Thursday while parading some suspected kidnappers and motorcycle thieves at the NSCDC headquarters in Gombe. Ibrahim Ismail reports.
The Gombe State Command of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) said kidnapping cases were rampant in the state in 2022, adding that the command treated at least 50 of the cases. He said most of the cases recorded are from Gombe South.
We have not arrested less than 50 kidnappers here. Not less than 50 kidnappers. And unfortunately, all these kidnappers are coming from the same zone. Between Biliri, Katungo, Shongom, Pilia, Kumo. Only very few from Duku and Nafara, about either 1 or 2 cases. All these cases that you see, most of these kidnapping and banditry are from that side. We have not less than 50 prudent cases 50 prominent cases.
The NSCDC commandant, who paraded a suspected kidnapper, 2 motorcycle thieves, and 1 accomplice, pointed out that significant progress was made to curtail the spread of kidnapping in collaboration with Operation Hattara, launched by Gombe State Government.
You are doing 1 kidnapper, and then the 3 are, cartel of, snatching machines and stealing, either by force or by anything. So they will now snatch, or they kill, or they, maim, and then collect machines from Gombe here, and then take it to Bauchi, and then the neighboring states here, Taraba, and then Adamawa State. And then, fortunately, by God's grace now, we apprehended them.
These suspects are said to have stolen this motorcycle in Gombe and sold it to an accomplice at the rate of 260,000 naira. When I met him, he asked me to accompany him to the trailer park. We went there and we took the motorcycle. He went and sold it. The lucky motorcycle owner shares his joy after the security operatives recovered it from the suspects. I'm grateful to the security outfit. May Allah increase their wisdom. Kidnapping activities are surfacing in the northeast, a situation stakeholders say needs urgent attention from government to avert an escalation. From Gombe, Ibrahim Ismail reporting for Trust TV.
Still on security, abductors of a couple at the private residence of the late Emir of Jere in Kagarko local government area of Kaduna State have demanded 30 million naira as ransom. The bandits had raided the private residence of the late Emir Saad Usman and abducted the couple and 5 other neighbors in the area on Sunday. A relative of one of the abducted victims, Ya'u Suleiman, said the leader of the bandits called through the phone of one of the people in their captivity and made the demand. He said the bandits' leader placed a ransom on each of the victims amounting to 30 million naira, but said negotiations to bring down the sum was on. The Jere Emirate Council Secretary Aliyu Zubairu confirmed the 30 million naira ransom demanded by the bandits. A total of 14 bodies have been recovered, while 6 are still missing in Tuesday's boat mishap in Kokobese local government area of Kebbi State. The boat was conveying about 100 rice farmers to Samanaji, a riverside community, when it capsized. Already, 80 people were rescued alive, while the search for the 6 missing persons has continued. Governor Atiku Bagudu, accompanied by Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami, were in the community on Thursday to commiserate with the victims. The governor warned boat operators to avoid night journeys and overloading and observe safety measures at all times. He prayed for those who died and their families the fortitude to bear the loss. The governor commended those who rendered assistance in the rescue efforts and for the ongoing search for the missing ones. Earlier, the chairman of the council, Yahaya Bello, thanked the governor for the attention and care shown to the relatives of the victims. The Kano State Police Command on Thursday said 61 suspected political thugs have been arrested in its effort to rid the state of all forms of crimes and criminality, especially during political campaigns. The Commissioner of Police in the state, Mamman Dauda, made the disclosure in a statement issued to newsmen by the command spokesperson SP Abdullahi Haruna Kiawa in Kano. According to him, the arrest was made in line with the directives of the Inspector General of Police, Usman Al-Kalibaba, to ensure peaceful election process and tackle the menace of political thugs. He said items recovered from the suspects include 33 knives, 8 cutlasses, 4 scissors, a parcel, and 117 wraps of suspected Indian hemp. Other items include 3 bottles of suck and dye, 500 Exol tablets, and bunch of charms. The commissioner commended people of the state, other security agencies, the media, vigilante groups, and community policing stakeholders for their prayers, support, encouragement, and cooperation. The commissioner said all the suspects will be charged to court after investigations. Moving on to politics, as part of efforts to ensure victory for the All Progressives Congress in the general elections, President Muhammadu Buhari has shown further personal commitment to the cause of the party and its presidential flag bearer, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, by indicating his readiness to be physically present at some of the presidential campaign rallies. For some time, the president has been missing from the APC campaigns. A statement signed by the Director of Public Affairs and Chief Spokesperson, Tinubu Shettima Presidential Campaign Council, Festus Keyamo, said the president is billed to join the campaign train in at least 10 states. The states are Adamawa State on the 9th of January, Yobe State on the 10th of January, Sokoto State on the 16th of January, Kwara State on the 17th of January, Ogun State on the 25th of January, Cross River State on the 30th of January, Nasarawa State on the 4th of January, Katsina State on the 6th of February, Imo on the 14th of February, and the grand finale in Lagos State on the 18th of February. President Buhari attended the flag-off of the presidential campaign in Jos on the 15th of November last year, and since then has not participated in the party's campaign held in Kaduna, Niger, Delta, Kano, and Edo states. Moving on, the presidential candidate of the New Nigeria People's Party, Rabiu Kwankwaso, on Thursday arrived Anambra State for the party's presidential campaign rally. The former governor of Kano State also paid a courtesy call on Governor Charles Soludo at the Governor's Lodge in Amabia. During the NNPP flag bearer's visit, Soludo stated that the Nigeria requires leaders who truly believe in the country and want to see it succeed. The governor praised Kwankwaso's tenacity, faith in the country, and exemplary public service and dedication to the nation. He stated that the 2023 elections should not be a must-win situation, where he described the Ndibo as a nomadic people who could not afford to be an intolerant tribe.
Nigeria, in northern Nigeria, I visited all the states more than one time, and we are still moving, and we are making a lot of progress. People in this country are very much sick and tired of PDP and APC. They have failed the nation. All the issues that we have today, as far as we are concerned, can be attributed to the weakness of PDP and APC. And unless something is done, and done quickly in 2023, only God knows where this country will end up. So we are very happy that we have this party. We are also happy that there is ABGA in this part of the country. And having known you as over the years, I'm sure not only you are well dressed in Kwankwaso attire.
Minister of Defense, and like I said, you believe tenacity, commitment to our nation, and exemplary public service. And now that belief, because I always said those who have something to offer should offer themselves for public service. And public service is the biggest form of philanthropy.
Still in politics, leader of the Integrity Governors Forum led by Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom has promised to communicate to the citizenry their next line of action on their preferred presidential candidates at next month's poll. Ortom spoke in Ibadan during the flag-off of campaign activities in honor of a member of the G5 and Governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde. The report.
Total display of love and solidarity as members of the Integrity Group converged on the ancient Mapo Hall in Ibadan in honor of one of their own, Seyi Makinde, for his campaign flag-off. Governor of Enugu State, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, and his Abia State counterpart, Okezie Ikpeazu, emphasized that the Oyo State Governor, Seyi Makinde, represents a vision for a better Nigeria and deserves a second term in office.
your people. As you spread, I know that what you will see in the next 4 years is far better than what you have seen already.
Nyesom Wike and Samuel Otam, who are members of the G5 Governors Forum, a group opposed to the continued stay in office of its national chairman, Yochayu, promised to communicate their position on their preferred candidate at the appropriate time.
It's the 5th of January 2023. Please, I'm giving you the final notice. Withdraw now. Withdraw now for Seyi Makinde. But no need to worry themselves. The people of Oyo have spoken that it is spirit through Seyi Makinde. I'm committed to giving you a better step and the appropriate time. We are not to let you go. We are working to. We are united. We are together. Don't listen to gossip and social media house. We are together and we are working for all.
The Oyo State Governor, Seyi Makinde, promised to improve on critical sectors of the state's economy if given the opportunity to serve for a second term.
Under Emission 1.0, I promise a government that will put the people of Oyo State first. Our decisions has always taken the people of Oyo State first.
The G5 governors say they remain committed members of their party, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and called on Nigerians to support them in future elections.
You're watching Trust News Update. Coming up after the break. Why parents want children to take after their profession. Do stay with us.
Hello, Abuja residents. Did you know that the FCT administration, in collaboration with security agencies, has put adequate measures in place for round-the-clock surveillance around the territory to safeguard the lives and property of all residents? Yes, FCTA has also taken steps to checkmate the activities of criminals in and around the territory. Security agencies have adopted proactive measures to fish out criminals and other individuals plotting to truncate the peace and tranquility of the FCT. Did you know also that you can support these efforts by giving accurate and timely information to the security agencies that will assist in nipping any form of criminality in the bud? Yes, part of your support to keep the FCT safe and secure is to stop sharing social media posts, videos, or comments that are either totally fake news or have the potential to misinform and mislead the public and therefore have negative implication on the security and well-being of the FCT and the residents. Remember, security is everybody's business. Be security conscious. Play your own part by helping to keep the FCT safe. This message is from the Federal Capital Territory Administration.
Daily Trust presents 20th Daily Trust Dialogue. Theme: Interrogating the 2023 Presidential Agenda. Panelists: Professor Jibrin Ibrahim, Professor of Political Science and member of the Board of the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD. Dr. Yetunde Anibaba, Lecturer, Analysis of Business Problems, Lagos Business School. Dr. Eugene Enahoro, Human Capacity Development Specialist and CEO, Heltoni Services Limited. Date: Thursday, 25th January 2023. Time: 10 a.m. Venue: NAF Conference Center and Suites, Gwarimpa Expressway, near Next Shopping Mall, Kado, Abuja. For sponsorship and branding participation, contact 081 00 49 1948, 081 65 32 0660, or 080 33 92 8902. The event will be broadcast live on Trust TV.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Here's a recap of our top stories. We told you that police in Zamfara rescue 15 abducted victims, go after bandits. We also told you that 14 bodies recovered from Kebbi boat mishap as rescue operation continues. Moving to other news, the Court of Appeal sitting in Sokoto has set aside the judgment of the Zamfara Federal High Court barring PDP from participating in the forthcoming governorship election in the state. Lawal defeated his two opponents, Ibrahim Shehu and Hafiz Nahuche, with 422 votes against their 1 vote each. Dissatisfied, Shehu approached the Federal High Court Gusau, which nullified the primary and ordered PDP to conduct a rerun within 14 days. Barely 48 hours after removing elder statesman Bello Kirfi, the Emir of Bauchi, Rilwanu Suleiman Adamu, has appointed Muhammad Uba Ahmed Kari as the new Waziri of the Bauchi Emirate Council. A statement signed by the Information Officer of the Emirate Council, Babangida Hassan Jahun, and made available to newsmen Thursday in Bauchi, revealed that the turbaning ceremony of the new Waziri would be performed Friday by the Emir of Bauchi. The statement enjoined relatives, friends and well-wishers to join the turbaning ceremony scheduled for 11 a.m. at the Emir's Palace in Bauchi. Choosing a career for oneself as a young adult can be challenging due to lack of experience of the real world or life after school. This has made parents intervene through guidance counseling, while others go to the extent of choosing a career path for their ward, even against the children's wishes. Although this may turn out well for some, the reverse is the case for many others, as such students end up struggling to make meaning out of their professional lives. Hamid Oyebade, in this report, seeks the view of students and parents on career choices. The report.
Institutions of higher learning nurture, equip, and prepare young persons for life after school. This life requires one to, among other things, secure a job, start a business, raise a family, or further one's education. Of the above, the most sought-after option is that of securing a job upon graduation. But this can only be possible if one does well as an undergraduate. Sadly, many undergraduates find it difficult to cope because they were forced to study certain courses by their parents. This has made some young adults to resist such attempts by their parents.
As an example, I choose the course I studied by myself. My dad wanted me to study medicine, and I was like, no, I want to study pharmacy, which I know I'll be able to do at my own free will. So I think me studying pharmacy I've been able to cope so far, and I feel that's the best thing for me.
I believe that parents should give guidance, but the decisions should be taken by the children. Since they are the ones that will go through the stress, it is their life. Parents should give guidance.
Imagine spending thousands of naira to pay school fees from SS1 to SS3, and the child is telling you he wants to come and study music, knowing that when the child comes out, all these job opportunities might not be available for the child. So they might want to push that child to study medicine.
Instances abound where after graduation from tertiary institutions, some people would abandon the certificate already acquired from the courses chosen for them by their parents and guardians to pursue their desired occupation when they become independent of their parents. Today, parents have realized that imposing a career on young people is no longer fashionable, as supposedly non-lucrative career paths have turned out to be money spinners.
Because certain jobs today might not be relevant in the next 10, 15, 20 years. So if I force my child to take after my job, what if in 20, 30 years' time, the job is no longer relevant? So I think a child should be made to decide what he or she wants to do.
While these kids or while these children are growing up, you begin to find out or help to find out their talents, their major skills, what they are good at, what they are good in doing, and to help them develop along that path.
No doubt, The idea of career path imposition is no longer fashionable, but parents have a role to play in guiding their children to make the right decision. Amid Oyegbade, Trust TV News, Osogbo.
And finally, on the foreign scene, Chad's government said its security forces failed an attempt by a group of army officers to destabilize the country and undermine constitutional order. A group of 11 officers, including Taguio, was behind the attempt, according to the government statement, which also said security services arrested those responsible. Communications Minister and government spokesman Aziz Muhammad Saleh said a formal investigation had been opened for violation of the constitutional order, criminal association, illegal possession of a firearm, and complicity. And with this, we've come to the end of Trust News Update. Don't forget to follow us across all our social media platforms. I'm Darshan Hussaina Usman. Thanks for watching.